Hi families, I want to make a quick video showing you what we did today for math in case your student needs some support tonight for homework. Today was Module 1, Lesson 8. We've been really working on adding and subtracting within 10. I've told your kids that 10 is my favorite number because we always want to make problems more simple so that we can solve them easier. So for problems like this, it might be tempting to set this problem up the vertical way, which was the old school way that we all learned, where we have to borrow from the tens place, move it to the ones place. We're not there yet at this point in second grade. I promise that is coming. I promise I will teach your kids the old school way that we all know, but that's coming later. We're not there yet. So what we were talking about today in class is that we always want to, when we're breaking apart numbers like this, we want to subtract from a 10 because we can assume from first grade that students can do this quickly and efficiently in their heads. So when we started with 42, we broke it apart, we took out a 10. So students need to know what goes on this side of the number bond. Some of them already know that it would be 32. If they're struggling with how to figure out what goes on this side of the number bond, we brought out a hundreds chart today and how we can use this to help us. So if we started with the number 42, and we took out a 10, that means the number that's going over here is 10 less. So we talked about how if we wanted to, we could count all the way back 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and land on 32. After we did this a couple times, students finally realized the pattern that when we're talking about 10 less or 10 more, those are the numbers either above or below the number that you started with. So I will attach a hundreds chart to this email because it was really helpful in class today. We used it a lot, so it's probably a resource that might be helpful for your kiddo at home. So once you have the number bonds set up, then students can solve 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 is a lot easier to solve than 42 minus 7 because we can do 10 minus 7 in our heads. 10 minus 7 is 3. But we absolutely cannot forget about this number. This number is still a part of our problem. We have to add that back in. So 32 plus 3 equals 35. Now, I know that this seems tedious. This took me like four separate steps in order to solve the problem, but I promise once students get really fluent in this, it will help them out in the long run. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope this was helpful.